in my position, I'm the oldest. So it's like I have gone against like the generational like norms, I guess. So like, what do they say? Like you break the generational curse.
Yeah.
Like I've done that. So like, I want them to know that they can do it too.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back to Mixed Realities. Today we have Paul and Mike with Legacy Settlement Services. This is a company that we actually connected with doing real estate transactions. I just thought I'd get these two on this podcast here to kind of talk about Legacy and how they came to be. I know you guys aren't from this area, so I like what you guys are doing in the industry, man. So welcome to Mixed Reality. I'd shake your hands, but it's going to be too
thank
much.
you for having us. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So we can kind of just jump right into this, right? Now, we always start off this podcast, and Mike, we could start with you, and kind of ask, who are you? Like, who is the Mike before Legacy Settlement Services?
Okay, that's a broad question. So I'll just go with somebody who loves life, somebody who loves the ocean, eternal summer, loves to laugh.
Yeah.
Loves puns.
Loves puns, very much loves puns. Tries to eliminate negative in life and just be as happy as possible, and try to help others fulfill dreams and just, be who they are. Just be who you are.
Okay, no, that's a great answer, man. And Paul, what about you?
I'd have to say I'm unapologetically myself all the time.
I love that, man.
I'm gonna wear what I want. I'm gonna say what I want, and I'm just gonna be me. 100% authenticity and genuine in all facets of life. Always trying to help people, trying to get ahead, help everybody, lift everybody up at the same time.
Yeah. I like to say, I mean, you don't have to fake what's real.
Yeah.
So I'm the same way. I'm gonna be myself regardless of what I'm doing. Okay, Rob, let me start off this interview, right? I want to ask you, Paul first, right? How would you describe Mike? Since you guys are working together, I feel like you guys make a good team. Just from the first time that we met, like, how would you describe Mike?
Oh boy.
Gay. Yeah, I was kidding. But no, Mike is great, man. He's a genuine individual. We've been friends for 21 years. And I know that I can count on him no matter what. He's always never had any ill will towards anyone. It really takes a lot to get on his bad side. He always gives everyone the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I can see that.
And you know what I mean? He'll do anything for anybody. You know, the old saying, like, did he give you a shirt off his back? You know, that's Mike.
And I can see it, man. I mean, I love just good, authentic people. Mike, what about you? If you had to describe Paul, how would you describe him?
Well, he thank you, first of all, Paul. And I can say a lot of those same things exactly the same way. So I'm like, wow, and to just piggyback off that a little bit more. Paul is one of the most generous people I know. Generosity oozes from every part of him. He's big into his family. He loves his family dearly. They come first, which is huge. Everything else is secondary.
Yeah.
Money doesn't matter. Fame, fortune. And again, biggest heart. Just always there for everybody.
Okay. Well, do you guys what makes you guys such a good team? Because I mean, if you have those things and similar, where do you find the balance? How do you guys balance each other out?
I'll go.
Okay.
Well, I'm very much I'm extremely driven and like to the point. Mike tends to overthink, and he has like elaborate ideas, but he doesn't understand how to get from the idea to the execution. And I am the opposite. I'm like, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. And it's going to work for sure because we are doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't I cut out all the nonsense. It's just A to B, and Mike's like A to Z to X to A to
He's
B.
absolutely correct. And I'm trying to get better at that.
Yeah.
Because I want to figure out the avenue that's best. If we do this, then we can maybe do that. And ping pongs around. And Paul's just like, look, just do it. Let's just do it. He's like Nike, literally.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I'm sure you hear it in real estate all the time with people posting. And it's like, don't worry about it being perfect. just post it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you worry about it being perfect, you're never going to get it done. It'll never get posted, and you're just wasting hours and hours and hours on the same stuff. So I just try to preach that to him, and just say, hey, look, this is a great idea. I love the idea. This is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And then when the questions start coming up, I'm like, don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
This is how we're doing it, and this is it. Yeah.
Perfect example is when we go to dinner. I'm looking over the menu. I'm reading everything on it. Oh, that's got, that's encrusted with what? And Paul's like, opens the menu right when the waitress gets there and goes, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm kind of the same way, to be honest with you. I feel like I pivot a little bit because I'm risk based, but I'm also if I have an idea, I don't dwindle fingers. I kind of just, all right, look, if we got to learn through failure, that's okay. At least we're doing it. Because with this podcast itself, it took us almost like 2.5 years to really launch this after the first idea, and that was more or less of like, okay, well, we're gonna have to get all the equipment, get everything that we need. I don't like starting things out as like being mediocre. So when it comes to like purchasing equipment or starting out in anything, I like if I can get ahead of everybody else at the same spot as me, and if it's just the money that I gotta spend, I'm perfectly fine spending the money. And then as you doing it, obviously repetition gets you better. But it's just like, man, when you sit and dwindle on things, it can be, I mean, you kind of waste time to me.
And nothing gets done.
Yeah, nothing gets done. But at the same time, this is where the good balance is. My wife is kind of more like a little bit more reserved. It's like, well, the guys that are super, let's get things done, tend to get into things a lot. And I think that's probably where the good balance is between you two, right?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, that's it's funny because you were saying that, and it comes down to like believing in yourself.
Yeah.
And for me, for many years, I was always looking for something to believe in, and I always fall back on bartending, and so now with this, I absolutely believe in it. So if you give me something to believe in, I'm going straight for it.
Yeah, he's the guy.
Yeah. No, that's legit, man. Okay, well, Paul, I got a question for you. So while I was doing some research on you to come up with some questions to ask, I noticed that your Instagram name is Not Your Average Title Guy. And where did that come from? Like, how did you think of that? What does it mean?
All right. So Not Your Average Title Guy. Basically, I started about 7 years ago in the title business. I didn't really know what it was. No one really knows what it is. Most real estate agents don't even know what it is. You know what I mean? A lot of title companies don't even have title reps. So it's like, it was just like this industry that no one knew about.
Yeah.
I was recruited from bartending as well. And then Michael Reuter, the owner of Legacy, was like, hey, I'm going to give you an opportunity for this. You seem like you know a lot of people. And I was like, okay, but I don't even know what title was. I had 2 houses at the time. I just knew that like I paid this company and it was really boring. So like I went through all of this stuff, all this stress to get to this point where they hand me this key. And it was very anticlimactic. And I was like, this sucks. Like I want to make it fun. I'm going to do what I want. So then I decided that I was going to start spraying champagne on these closings. So I'll go to the closing. Like the first time I did it, I had Zach Nichols and it's blanking on her name. Zach Nichols was my buddy, and Justine Fritz. So we did a closing with them. They were my friends. They were my first ever closing. I bought 6 giant bottles of champagne. I took it over there and I was like, all right, let's spray it. We sprayed it. It was super fun. Next thing you know, that was it. That was the thing.
Yeah.
So then I just decided that I wasn't going to do anything that other people in this industry are going to do because they're all boring.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not a nerd. I can't be a nerd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't be a nerd. So I'm going to make this fun and people are going to want to work with me. And then that's basically how it happened, man. And then it exploded.
Hey, we're going to take a short break from this interview to highlight our sponsor, the Germinal Group. They are a real estate team based out of Florida who primarily serves Manatee County, Sarasota County, Hillsborough County, and the greater Tampa Bay area. The company motto is where there's a will, there's a way. Meaning if you have the will, they have the way. For any of your real estate needs, I suggest you reach out to this team. As a matter of fact, check out the review. The work speaks for itself. Now let's get back to this interview.
Basically make it as non-cubicle as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, that's what I noticed about you guys. Like I said, I deal with title companies all the time. I've done plenty of business with multiple different title companies. But it's when you're in a professional career like this, People just kind of expect that. It's just people behind the desk. You don't ever really get to see them. But then you guys come out, we go out to dinner, was it lunch? I think we went out too, and it's like these guys are authentic. They're them. You're talking, you're coming up with ideas. And what I really liked about you guys is like you were willing to step out and basically take a risk on building relationships and partnering and doing different events. I'm like, well, it's crazy because you think that should be like that, but it's not. It's not.
Yeah.
A lot of companies doing it. Not even just title, just in general. Real estate agents as a whole as well. They're not like doing all those type of things to really get out in the community and market themselves. So I'm like, yeah, no, I like those guys, man. They're themselves. They're doing and people, right? I feel like people connect with authenticity. So
Yes. And I think we're going to dive into it a little bit later, but I absolutely agree with everything you're saying there. And, to think outside the box,
mhm. Yeah,
if
yeah.
you can think outside the box and you can envision it, then do it, make it happen,
Yeah, no,
otherwise you're floundering.
no, I agree. I agree. Okay, Mike. So now I got a question for you. I guess it's when did you realize that you wanted to be in real estate, or did you always know that you were going to be there? What were you doing before? Like, how did you get in title?
Well, to be completely honest with you, along with what Paul said, I had no idea what title even meant.
I feel like most people.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd been a bartender for a very long time, and I guess I got very complacent with it. I
Mhm.
mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm still doing it, and
Mhm.
I enjoy it very much. People person,
Yeah, yeah.
but I've always been searching for something more than just that.
Mm-hmm.
And for years, I tried different things. I got into a sports bet marketing company with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I've tried other things, the art world down here in Sarasota. Knew that wasn't going to pay the bills, but I enjoy my cartoon art. So that's something that in my life I'll always do, but I'll do that at my leisure. That's not a career for me. And then Paul came to me as Michael Reuter, the owner, came to him and brought Paul in. Paul asked me, would you like to come down to Florida and work with me with Legacy Settlement Services? And I said, oh, I don't know anything about title. And he said,
What did I
that's
say?
where I am. Yeah, that's where I come in. I'm the VP of sales. I can teach you everything I've known, and you can just sponge it all up. And that's absolutely what I did. I learned from the best, taught me in a very short, rapid time, and then just took the training wheels off and said, go.
Yeah.
Ride it. And that's what I'm doing. Of course, I refer to him when I have a question. I, not going to pretend like I know everything.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I don't
you
think
ever
anybody
really,
knows
yeah,
everything.
You don't ever
so-
really know everything.
Yeah, and if you do, you're a fool.
Mhm. Yeah.
You think you know everything, and then something comes around the corner, and you go, "Oh, I don't know the answer to that." So, just learning from him and taking it and just running with it. It's been great so far, and I only see the future going this way.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so I'm assuming you're enjoying it, obviously.
Oh,
You're doing it.
absolutely.
I'm sure bartender, right? I mean, it's always a relational thing with like people who bartend, which I feel like probably what makes you so good at like networking and becoming friends with people because you've been doing it pretty much for your whole life.
Yeah,
Right.
And before that, just to, I think Paul did the same exact thing. I did door-to-door sales.
Oh man.
And if I could do that and was successful at that, doing what I do now, I mean, my gosh, I go to an open house and I meet a like-minded person who's a realtor. And instead, I was trying to sell people who don't know anything about me coming to their door something. And they some people would buy that. I walk into an open house and I speak to a realtor and they go, wow, what a concept. I love this three-pronged approach that he uses. And I'm willing to hear him out and maybe have lunch with him and figure it out from there. Which we'll get into, I'm sure, more.
Yeah. Sure. Well, okay. So then, I mean, since you guys are so relationship based, have you guys, which I'm sure you have, but I'd like to know the story of like when you've tried that approach with agents who weren't on the same page. Obviously, to me, real estate is a relationship based business. But have you guys ever tried to connect with people and then it went not the way that you've wanted it to?
For
The
sure.
stories behind that?
For sure. I'd say in my early days, like when you first start in this business, just like in real estate in general, you will take any client that you can get.
Yeah.
Right. You're searching for anybody to try to give you an opportunity. And we all fall victim. Michael's fallen victim. I've fallen victim. I'm sure you have as well. And it's like you are trying so hard to match with this person just because they gave you an opportunity to speak with them. When in reality, the match wasn't there at all.
Yep.
And all they're going to do is spin your wheels and waste your time and burn you and grind your gears, So at first, I feel like you fall into that trap because you want it so badly to work. So you're willing to work with anybody. And then finally, like once you start getting a little bit established, you realize not everyone is meant to work together.
Yeah.
You know, and like I don't want to work with these types of individuals. Like reciprocity to me is extremely important in this business, right? So like we were gonna go on a limb, we're gonna do all this stuff for you. You need to be giving, like you need to give back too. It can't be all take all the time, you know? And it's also a respect thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, look, let's build a relationship here. Let's be friends. If we can't be friends, we don't need to work together, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, no,
like I'm not just like grabbing agents. Like that's something that we don't like. Legacy, we are not transactional based by any means. A lot of companies fall victim to that, and we do not. We are relationship based from the top down. And like we all spend a lot of time together, know each other really well. And if I don't have a relationship, if I don't want a relationship with you outside of working, I'm not doing it.
Yeah,
you know? It's just
honestly, I think there's no place in real estate for transactional based business.
Agreed.
It should be relationship. I mean, we're dealing with a large amounts of money being like on a transaction and things that could really ruin people. So I feel like, getting to connect with individuals, and I tell people this all the time, man. I'm like, look, you can make money doing whatever it is that you want to do. But if you're not able to find some sort of fulfillment or some reason outside of making money in whatever business or work that you're in, you probably shouldn't be doing it. Because ultimately, if we're dealing with customers, you're messing and dealing with different people, and you could also lead them astray in that exact same thing and trying to make a client or like mesh with somebody when ultimately they probably be better off with somebody else, and you save yourself the stress and all the stuff that you deal with trying to make something.
The time.
Yeah, man.
I'd rather work with people who see the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Who want to. So one thing that I've noticed when I meet with realtors and I go to open houses, there's one of two avenues that I get sometimes, and it's you get the realtor who says, "Oh, it's a slow market. Nothing's moving. I can't do this. I can't do it." What are you doing to change things? Are you doing anything to change it? Are you looking outside the box at all? Or are you just giving yourself a woe's me with a fiddle? And then I meet realtors who see our concept and see what we bring to the table with our approach and what we have with our seamless closing and complete transparency throughout the closing process. But beyond that, we can also help them with social media aspects. We can put reels together, post for an event, a broker's open, and then we have the ability to help put that event together, and be a part of it, like the one we did with him. And so, but that takes you seeing what we see together to do that. Now, if you were just like, "Oh, that sounds great," and I had to just keep trying to ask if you want to do these things, then I go, "Well, this is clearly not somebody I want to work with because they don't have the same vision as me." And you yourself and Kate saw the vision in what we do, and you have that same vision as well. So it works.
Yeah, I think it's more because we're, again, relationship based. I feel like people are just too quick on like, I need to make the money right now. I'm like, man, you have to spend time nurturing people. Everybody knows a real estate agent, and ultimately, you're who you're looking to build with, right? You want to connect with real estate agents because we're the first step of like, okay, we got to get the client. Now we tell the client, hey, this is the company that I work with. So it's like we have to be out and performing and building relationships with people for us to even get the transaction moving. So people like throwing these events, getting your brand out there. And I think that's almost more important than the actual business because obviously no customers, there's no business going on. So I feel like a lot of agents or just people in general, they don't want to put in the footwork to build themselves and go out and work. They just want to, I'm going to go get a listing or buyers and go close on this thing and just make the money. It's like, well, I say it's probably not the type of business for you. And I think you're ruining the industry if that's just your mindset. Like I said, relationships is everything, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mike, what do you wish more real estate agents knew about how to work with title to make the process easier for everyone?
Well, that right there, I wish that they knew, especially with us. I can only speak for our company and what we do. It's basically those three things that I was speaking of. I wish that they knew that Legacy is the best title company in the United States. Now, the only way we can show that, we can we can say it as much as we want. But if people allow us to use us for title, show what we can do, show that our process is completely the best. It's most seamless. I mean, we're using Qualia and HubSpot. And we've put more money into the system than pretty much any company in the United States, which is a fact. So that alone, we're hands above everybody. But beyond that, the relationships and the building of that and keeping those relationships outside of just the transaction, that's what's huge.
Yeah.
And like I said, hosting open house events, helping with social media, just doing those little extra things that a lot of people don't do and they take for granted. And I don't want a handout. I want to help, and I want to earn the realtors trust in me as a title.
Just one opportunity.
Right.
What about you, Paul? What would you say in this whole process? Like, what do you wish more agents knew about how to work with title?
I wish they would just let us do our jobs and just remain calm.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, like, no news is good news, man. So like, if you don't hear from us for a couple days, everything's cool, man. Just chill. It's like we get a lot of there's all types of agents, right? There's the agent that wants to know every instance of everything of every day, right? So you have that agent that's hyper involved. Then you have the agents that don't want to know anything, and then you have the agents that want to know some of it. So it's like it's a very hard, like, dancing. It's like a dance, right? At first, when you first start working together, because you don't know what they like, you don't know how informed they want to be. So it's just all I would say is we are doing everything that we can to get this done, and we are going to get it done for you. So just chill.
Yeah, well, I can imagine, like, the clients are passing on the stress over to the agents, and I feel like this is where they probably should learn the process of title. Now, luckily for us, Kate actually did title while she was also doing real estate, so she knows.
Tell in her
emails. She knows the process.
Yeah,
she knows how it goes, so it's like easier. Just even sometimes like sending reminder emails. Hey, we're still waiting on this, but she knows the stress of it too because she's gotten the brunt of it. So I think I would tell any real estate agent, learn. You don't have to go and become expert in title, obviously, but learn at least the basic process, because keeping things as stressless as possible, you should learn the basic questions, man. Like when the clients are asking you basic things, you should be able to respond to them without having to get in contact with the title company just to ask them something that's pretty basic. So it always takes a little bit of due diligence, but it's crazy that you said that. So I was going to ask, my next question is, how do you handle the deals where the agents or the clients are losing their minds? Like, what do you do?
So, well, that's like that's my specialty.
Yeah.
So people get frantic. They start calling me, and if I'm involved, there's a problem. We have people and things in place where, like, I don't need to be involved on the day-to-day. Like, I just don't. The system runs itself.
You can focus on the market.
We have a client care coordinator, David Yuga. He takes care of the client care team. We have exceptional processors.
He's amazing, by the way.
We literally hire. We go after the best processors that we can find and overpay them in down markets so we can have them and keep them and have them trained and ready for the market comes back, right? So like we're doing all of the right stuff, But like when people call me and they're like, "Oh my God, my head's on fire. I can't believe this isn't going to close." I'm like, "It's okay. Like, thank you so much for letting me know. Please just give me a moment. I'll you can't say calm down and relax." So I just say, just give me a few moments. Let me get the facts and I'll give you a call. An example of this, I had somebody last week, 2 weeks ago, actually. It was a deal in Baltimore, and they signed a closing statement for like $325. Okay. It was supposed to close for $340. So there's a $15,000 difference here. But like everybody signed it and the money was wired. But like after the fact, the agent came back to us and was like, "Hey dude, it was supposed to be for $340. And he's like going nuts, he's his client, it was the seller. He's out $15,000, but like his client also signed for $325. You know what I'm saying? So like,
not reading the paperwork or the documents?
So what happens there, right? Because like they were supposed to. So this is what ended up happening was I had to talk to the agent, talk to him, and I'm like, "Hey man, thank you for letting me know. Let me get the facts. Call the processor. Call Michael. Call David. Get all the facts from everybody else that I know. you know, go back to the agent. Hey, dude, this is what's going on. I'm really sorry. We're gonna like give me a break. Let me call you in the morning. You know, give us a few minutes to get our ducks in a row, and I'll get back to you. Come to find out, what actually happened was this buyer's agent, there was a addendum, and he whited out their signatures. So like they signed saying that they were going to pay the full price of the 340, but they whited it out. And when they went to closing, it closed at 325. And the guy that was selling the property was just like, oh, whatever, I'll just sign whatever, because like he wasn't paying attention.
Right.
Wow.
And they snuck it through. Yeah. So we ended up having to go back to the agent and being like, look, man, we know what you did was shady. Like, you need to step up and fix this. So that's where we are with it now.
Oh my gosh.
But
So
like,
this is still ongoing?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, that sounds like a heap
But
of trouble.
But that's
on
some,
his end though.
Right. That's
You
some
can't do that's
that's some shady stuff, man. And like that's the kind of stuff that we get it like happens, you know? Between that and fraud, it's like title's a very, very, very scary industry, man.
Yeah. Buyer fraud is
but in that instance,
rampant.
it's just communication, man.
Yeah.
Communicate with what's going on, communicate with your team, communicate back with the agent, back with the team, back with the agent, back with the team.
Well, and like what Paul just said right there, you know, when I first got into the industry, he had a similar situation with wiring. But you know, he said the first thing he's like, you don't point fingers, you figure it out. There's no pointing of fingers. You literally get the team together and you figure out where the issue might be, and if it's not on our end, that doesn't matter. Let's figure it out and fix it.
Yeah.
Because there's a problem. Who cares?
Yeah.
We need a solution. And that's where we are. We're not da didn't do such and such, and that's why it's not on us.
Yeah.
No, we take the approach of, okay, there's an issue, there's a problem. We're in the background. The spotlight's on the realtor. We got to keep the spotlight on the realtor. So we'll eat crow and we'll figure it out, because that's what we're here to do.
Man, well, I know just from that story, like, I'm sure everybody, again, since you guys are kind of like the head of the transaction, they tend to try to put the blame on you guys. This is messed up. But come to find out, and of course, right, you have to backtrack and go figure this out. Are you getting like a hard time when you're asking, hey, give me some time to like figure this out?
No, not normally. Normally they're really, really agitated at first.
That moment.
At the initial call. But once you're like, hey, Agent A, you know, thank you so much for giving me a call. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. You know, you just have to play it like that. You can't, you know, there's nothing else. You hear them out, you let them get it out, let them yell at you or whatever it may be. You just take it all in, take a deep breath. We're so sorry. You know, we're going to find out what's going on. Don't worry. We're going to handle this. We'll be right back. I'll get right back with you as soon as possible.
And you figure it out.
And then in all reality, like the majority of the time, they've calmed down. You know, even if they're screaming at the top of their lungs, give them a couple minutes, it'll be all right.
Yeah, because usually they're getting it from somewhere else. So
exactly. So taking it out on us.
To you, and then, you know, we're the end of the road.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's either a dead end, or, you know, you can figure out a way to build that road straight through and keep going.
Wow, man, that's crazy. I'm thinking about it from like an agent's perspective. I mean, there's a lot of trouble that's going to actually, is going to come from that, because it's like unethical. Can't do stuff like that. And honestly, there's no place in the business for it, man. You just got to, you mess up. And I know a lot of people, like, they tend to, you know, it's easy just to do as like the seller did, just kind of sign the stuff without looking at it, which again, that's my thing. I need details. I have to read to make sure I know what's going on. But people just generally are just click, especially DocuSign. They just click just to get over it.
I personally do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when I buy stuff, I'm like, yeah, this is fine. Click, click,
exactly
click.
What he does.
Done. I don't know.
Best
you know?
Buy, sure.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, it was $2,000 for shipping.
Yeah. Or the time when I bought 2 stoves for no reason.
Yes, he did. He
I literally bought 2 stoves
in his garage.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to use?
2 arrived, and he was like, "Why the hell did you buy 2 stoves?" And I was like, "I have no idea what you're talking about." And then and I look at the invoice. There's 2 stoves, clear as day.
Sure enough.
Were you able to return the other one?
Yeah, I ended up returning them both, but but yeah, I didn't blink an eye.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I get it. It's easy in this world. It's just click, click, click. But
yeah, because you just expect it to be, legit. Nobody wants to sit there and read this long thing.
You expect it to be right.
Yeah, I feel like I've been burned too many times. So I just I'm that guy that when I go buy a car, like I'm gonna make it really hard for the sales. Also, just for the record, like car salesmen are like my natural opposite enemies. Just because it's like I don't live by the get the deal as you can, like just get the deal. I'm not about that, and I feel like car sales, not every one of them, but car sales generally is like get the deal. It doesn't matter about the referral business and making sure the customers happy. Just get their business, move on. It's like more numbers.
Yeah, whatever you spit out, they have an answer for.
Yeah. So it's like,
but if they were relationship based salespeople, they'd be in real estate.
They would though.
Yeah.
I mean, they would, but it's still. I mean, I've been got a couple times actually. My first car, I feel like just like a lot of people, I went out and purchased my first car on my own. I got a 2005 Saturn for 11 grand, bro. And then they stopped making the Saturns. I think like
2004.
Yeah, something like that. No, it's like a couple years after, but it's like, man, dang, just a young kid. They gonna take advantage of you when they get you. But it's like, real estate shouldn't be like that because just the sheer amount of money you could like bankrupt somebody, man, if you're not being careful. So now, after all that said and done, like we just talked about that deal, was that the worst deal you guys have had, or is this good? Well, I'm sure that's probably tons of crazy stories.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard several stories. I mean, Paul can go more in depth on some of the ones that he's encountered, but I've gotten bits and pieces of some of the ones Paul's
I can imagine.
Just so I'm aware of them when they happen for me, I'm like, oh, okay. So what did you do? And he XYZ.
And when you guys are picking up people, right? I mean, obviously you got to go through some of this stuff and then teach them how to react to it when it happens, right?
Picking up people as in hiring,
like hiring, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in reality, it's like this. It's a very, very specialized job, career. So like it takes a very, very refined, polished, adaptable person. Yeah. Right. So like real recognizes real, right? So like it takes somebody that is that to recognize that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like not everyone can do it. That's why like you see a couple, like some people will come in and they'll talk and it's great. Like they talk and they're great in the interview situation. They come in, we give them an opportunity, and then you see quickly that's not real. You know what I'm saying? They're not adaptable. They're not going to be able to handle this. In like my experience, like Michael saw me, was like, hey, this guy can do this, and then put me in the spot, and then I just did it, right? So like I know what to look for. So like Rich August works for us. I knew that Rich was going to kill this because I know Rich as a person. Yeah. So like I knew with his skill set, he was going to be able to do this. He's a bartender. He's a people person. Everybody loves him, makes people laugh, makes people feel comfortable, makes me feel comfortable. Yeah. So like I know if I can see that in him, it's done. He can do it. Same thing for Mike. I knew Mike could do this for sure, 100%. I said, there's a 0% fail factor here in my mind. Yeah.
That's what he said to me.
But he didn't know that. Right. He had no idea. Yeah. But like I know because I have it. You know what I mean? So like that's how Michael knew for me. That's how I know for you. You know, that's how I know for Crystal. That's how I know for Claudia. We just hired Claudia. Crystal's been with us for like 2 or 3 months now. Yeah. But like they have it. And I know it.
Yeah, so I think, and it was the same when I met you guys. I'm like, man, like I know if I go out and talk to these guys, whenever there's a problem, there's no beating around it. But just how real that you guys were. You came in there, and I think you were wearing a tank top, a regular shirt.
Yeah, well, he didn't even know I was coming. Yeah,
it just popped up. Yeah, it just popped up.
Yeah, it was his friend's restaurant in Rich. Yeah, and it was just supposed to be the 3 of us. He wasn't supposed to do it. He had something else going on, but it ended early. Yeah, he knew where the restaurant was. Yeah. So I had no clue he was coming.
I thought it would be a good touch to pop in.
Nice. Just pop in to see what's going on.
Just to surprise y'all real quick.
Steal a little bit of my steak. No.
Yeah.
Man, when you just get a person, bro, that's just like don't live by the norm. I really connect well with that. It's like, okay, well, hey, I know if I need to go to him, he's going to be direct, right? Well, and I don't like, so my method of communication, direct, firm. I don't like the fluff stuff. Just give it to me how it is so we can get to the solution.
Correct.
If there's a problem. So I agree with you, man. Like you can tell that by the energy, I feel like it's like, this guy's probably it, man.
Yeah. You can tell.
Yeah.
Well, when we left that lunch with you guys, I was like, oh, I'm excited about them. You know, like just the way we interacted and we spoke, the 3 of us. And then when Paul came in, Kate, and I just said, oh, I like them. I can see this going somewhere.
Yeah. I felt the hunger, man. Like, I was like, we're talking about business, and this is, I'm gonna ask you guys another question after this, right? But I like the hunger when somebody is hungry to like work and then they actually go out and do it. And you guys were already doing it. I'm like, man, they're actually out here marketing, like going and setting up events and doing events, not just with us, but other people. I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I like to see again, because we don't see that many things happening. We're usually the initiators of it. I'm like, man, for you to be able to partner with somebody that you can rely is gonna show up when you need them, I'm like, yeah, no, that's it. We're gonna do good business with them, and we literally started working immediately together, and it took off. The first event that we did was fantastic. It was a great event. But yeah, man, I mean, so I know just being entitled, again, it's same thing with like mortgage loan officers too. They kind of get the brunt of everything. It's just, if I had to tell anybody watching this, it's like, man, give time and give people a break, because ultimately, it's multiple pieces to close a real estate transaction. So everybody should be on the same page. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time for you when a problem happens for you to pop it out, right? So give some time, man. All right, Paul. So what's the wildest event you've ever gotten a client from?
Well, I'd say Gentlemen's Club. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's business to be made there.
Yeah.
There's dollars to be spent, as they say. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I'd say that. But I mean, the most interesting one, I'd say, funeral.
A funeral?
Yeah. Like you meet people, like I'm always me. So like no matter what the circumstance is, whether it's sad or joyous or tense or whatever, I'm gonna try to make whoever I'm with the most comfortable as possible.
Oh, right.
And it's like a defense mechanism, I think, for myself. But I end up really connecting with people in trying and like strange situations, like a funeral or court.
Yeah. That's great. All right, Mike. So, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from building relationships in this business?
This lesson I've learned from relationships,
positive or negative.
I have it. Mike tends to like, he will get upset when he gives and gives and gives. If he's like, oh, I've done so much with these people, and I've given them marketing stuff, and I've done open houses for them, and brokers opens for them, and I'm contacting them. We go on boats with them, and then they don't reciprocate. Mike takes it personally and gets upset, and he feels like he's doing something wrong or like they don't like him or something, and then it gets under his skin and he gets really mad about it. Right, Mike?
I wouldn't say I get really mad, but I get disappointed.
Disappointed. Yeah, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
That's one of our big sayings between, because he'll misinterpret that statement and say mad, and I'm like, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. There's a major difference in mad and disappointment.
Yeah.
And so to me, yes, I get disappointed because I believe in people.
Yeah.
And so because I believe in myself. So when people disappoint you, it's disheartening.
Yeah, it is. It's like,
because you know what you're bringing to the table.
And then sometimes he'll get real down about it.
Yeah.
And then I have to kind of come in and be like, hey, bro, like, you're great. It's not you. You can't make them. You can lead a horse, but you can't make them drink, man.
Yeah.
Like, I always say that same thing. But like,
I'm thinking if I, in baseball, you go 3 for 10 and you're doing all right. I want 9 for 10.
Right. Yeah.
And so that's just impossible.
Right. You feel like you feel like the work that you're putting in gets you those numbers, right?
Absolutely.
It's like, and then when you fall short, it's like, man, you put so much. You put the heart. And listen, I'm telling you this, I felt the same way. But then I've learned that as well. It's like, you bring the horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. Right. Some people are just not gonna be happy, man. It's just them. It's not you. Yeah. But it's like you pour so much out. I'm like, man, I've been working so hard on this. What else do you want from me? How could you get to this point where, like, after all I've done, you're not even grateful for it? For me, it's the gratitude of like, man, we spend so much time. People don't understand how much work we put into this business.
That's right. It's
and as far as like, fighting for you, and then it's like, man, you can't even leave a review. Like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, it's so disappointing, but ultimately it's like, man, it's kind of just the nature of the business. So like, I don't get disappointed about it.
I gotta
It's
learn
like,
to water off duck back.
Yeah.
Off duck meaning me. I'm the duck.
Yeah.
Instead of ducks,
Yeah.
it's personally me.
Yeah.
Off duck back.
Yeah.
No, but you know what I mean. It really is, and those are the things that come with time. You know, so I am getting better at that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I
that's
still
right.
have that perfection aspect that I can't let go of. I'm like, I did this completely correct.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did
yeah,
the
yeah,
X,
yeah.
Y, and Z. Why isn't this person wanting to work with me?
Mhm.
What's
I think,
wrong
yeah,
with them?
personality type, man.
So,
But in this business though, it's a lot of effort, energy and effort out of us, right?
Mhm.
And like people don't understand how much that takes out of someone. And then at the end of the day, when they just get kicked in the shins or backslapped in the face, and you're just like, bro, I just did so much. And I literally just got discarded as if I was trash. Like, and it starts to eat you up at first. At first it does. And then eventually you get to a point where it's just like, they're lost, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It is.
Like,
I mean,
They don't know that you
Yeah.
worked on putting reels together for 12 hours and didn't sleep last night.
Yeah.
I'm not the person who's going to go, oh, I just did 12 hours worth of work for you guys.
Yeah.
That's just not in my nature. I know I did that. They
Yeah.
don't know I did that. And then you feel like it goes unappreciated at that point. You're like, wow.
Man, that's why it makes a world of a difference when you get that one that does understand. It's like, man, at least it feels like it rejuvenates you enough. Oh man, I've been beat, work, and then you get that one that's like, I think out of my whole like almost 4 some odd years doing the sales portion of real estate, I might have had like 2 or 3 people that's really shown real gratitude. I'm like, man, that actually is why I would continue to keep doing that, because even though you don't get it from everybody you think you should, it's like the ones that do, when they show up, man. It's like, dang, they show the gratitude and appreciate.
I was going to say it's a perfect.
It's the appreciation. So it's like, it's almost like that. I mean, obviously, and I tell people, yes, we get paid from this, as we should. We're not working for free. But it's like, well, we can make money and everything, right? But that's a form of payment. It's like, because at least it's like, well, I could go make money doing something else. Like, you could continue doing bartending. Bartenders do pretty decent for themselves.
Right.
It's like, why would I keep doing this? It's not, I mean, I'm making money in both places. So it's like the gratitude, showing some sort of appreciation. I know men in general just kind of work like that. It's like, we're going to work hard, at least show a bit of gratitude. It makes it worth it.
Well, that's why we're here right now.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean,
because that's why I'm here. This isn't something I would have done. I was in Maryland. Like, I flew back specifically for this, for you, for him, right?
Yeah.
It was for him, for you, because you have shown reciprocity to him, right? So you've been repping him, you've been giving him opportunities, you've been sending him deals. So Mike was like, hey, you want to give us an opportunity to be on this podcast? And I was like, all right, man, like, let's make it work. And I'm like, shit, I'm in Maryland this weekend. You know, whatever. I was like, whatever, I'll figure this out. He's been repping you. He respects us. Like, let's roll.
Yeah.
So,
well, I didn't know that. That's crazy. That's well, first of all, I appreciate it. But we could have rescheduled, man.
That's not what it's about. It's about showing up for your people.
Yeah.
He needed me to show up he needed me to show up for him. I'm here. You showed up for him. He shows up for you. That's what we're here for. That's what we're about.
Yeah, that's
man, I appreciate it. And that's exactly why we'll continue to do business with you guys, because I can trust if you do this for me, you would do it for my clients. So I know we're in good hands.
And if we say we're going to do something,
Yeah.
we always do it.
That's right.
No matter what.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah. I was like, because we were, texting back and forth, and I was like, come hell or high water, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Whether it's just you and I sitting here and Paul can't make it, but I really wanted Paul to be here, and I know you did as well. And I said, it would be great if we can do the 3 of us, because that would be a great ping pong action through this.
I agree. I think you guys complement each other well, man. Well, again, I appreciate it, man. Like, that takes a lot of stuff in the background, man.
We appreciate you,
you.
bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so since, again, you guys are a referral-based business, right? What is the key to making your business referral first instead of like chasing people all the time?
Well, the key is relationships,
Yep.
right? So we do offer value first, ask for business second. You know what I mean? I probably have cold called 10 agents in my whole life. And obviously you know how that works. Cold call, not bang, bang, bang. That's not how I work. I don't like to do it that way. Mike came in. He's like, well, we got a call list. Nope.
Yeah.
I'm not making you call
I
anybody.
was like, thank
Like,
God.
this
That's
is not-
how I want to do
that's
this.
not how we do
hate
business.
doing
Like,
it too, bro. I'm not
that's
lying.
misery to me.
we
Yeah.
tend to try to find people organically, which is important. We also utilize social media to find people, right? So like, obviously when you're on social, people can perception's reality.
Yeah.
You control the narrative. You are whoever you want to show yourself as on there. So for me, I look at it, I'm like, okay, just for example, Tammy Realtor, Florida. I'll be like, okay, Tammy Realtor, Florida, here we are. And I'm like, Tammy's hanging out with her kids at the pool.
Yeah.
Tammy's got a Burmese mountain dog, sick. Tammy likes to go fishing. Tammy seems cool. So like, I'm going to hit up Tammy. So like, I'll shoot her a DM, or like we'll share her stuff on social. I'll share it to Legacy. I'll engage with her profile, and that's kind of how we like do things. And then we just keep doing a good job for those people, and then they'll refer. For example, on my ride here today, Mike was driving us over here. I got a DM from an agent in Delaware. Hey, Paul, need an EXP agent in Florida. Like, I got a buyer lined up, Sarasota. Like, can you put me in touch with somebody? I just thought of you when I thought of Florida. And I was like, man, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that so much. Give me 1 second. I'm going to link you up with one of my guys. Linked her up with my friend. Shout out to Noah Ward. Linked her up with Noah from EXP, and here we go.
Yeah, that was 5 minutes before we walked in.
It's literally as I'm walking in the door.
We sat in the car for 5 minutes so you could.
But that kind of stuff happens to me all the time. And by all the time, I'd say probably once a month, where I get somebody from up north that's like, hey, bro, like, can you link me with somebody here? Can you link me with somebody there? And then what I do is it's a personality match. So I'm like, okay, tell me about this person. Tell me about this buyer that you have, and they'll be like, oh, well, it's da-da-da-da-da. It's a younger person, then I'll link about with somebody young and fun, somebody that's on TikTok that they can see, or if they're like older, I can be like, okay, I'll link you up with an older person so they can relate to them even better. It's a matchmaking game, as you know.
Your athletic one, that was a match made in heaven.
Which one?
The Campbell.
Oh, yeah.
That was, somebody who was a pro athlete was like, I know a pro athlete, a former ball player.
Yeah.
So like those two together, and
No, I think it's definitely important to make sure like the people that's being matched meshes correctly. If you can,
if you can,
right?
yeah. But like, if you know them, and you can get a profile. We're smart people, right? Like, we're salespeople. We can read people. So like, you can get a profile real quick, and then just be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. This person's gonna work great with Jen, whatever. That's kind of how I do it, though. It's not like I don't give all referrals to the same person. I'm not like, my best friend in Baltimore, is Derek Blazer, and like in Baltimore, I don't give every single referral to him. Like, I could, I don't. Like, it just doesn't make sense to do it that way. You got to spread the love to all your people.
And people should understand
they do.
that. Like,
I know the majority of agents do, really.
Yeah. I know. Well, I know a lot that'll be like, oh man, like, we're working and you're not sending me business. I'm like, bro, you can't get everything. Don't be greedy. I hate that.
A perfect example of that is when I meet a realtor at an open house, and they say, well, we have a preferred title company in-house. And I just go, I do one of those, and I'm like, you're getting brainwashed into using them. And, in my head, I'm like, and then I literally go, but I don't know if this makes sense to you, but to me, it makes sense to have 2-3 different options.
Yep.
That way you have a different aspect, a different way of thinking, another avenue of a referral, all these different things that you can,
It's
instead of
like when the teacher teaches the people.
No, I mean, that's important. I mean, and I talk to my mortgage guys too when I work with them. Like, look,
great.
Bro, like, though I would love to work with one person, but you're not gonna mesh with every single body that I have or come across. And I don't expect you to refer me all your business. It's just unrealistic, man. I feel like this is the business side. Like, bro, don't take it personal, man. Like, we have to. Like, I don't expect to get every piece of your business. If you send me somebody, right, that I don't mesh with, that then reflects on you, which is then gonna limit both our opportunities.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
yeah. And when I first started, I can always refer back to when I first started, because that's when you're really sponging it up and you're squeezing it and you're getting the water out of it. And I would go to an open house and have that same thing that I was talking about. We have an in-house title company and things of that nature. And dang, cut for a second. Can we cut?
Yeah.
I forgot where my focus was going with that, but it was really good. And I forgot. It was such a good lead up.
It's all right, you can keep it recorded.
Okay. Dag.
It's all right. You can just pick up whenever you're ready.
It was one of those ones where I got ahead of myself and I just went, oh, I need to backtrack a little.
You were new. You were going in. You're talking to him about the in-house title company rebuttal.
Right. It was, and then
they can't give you referrals.
Everybody can't get all the business.
Right. Oh yes, this is what it was.
Great work.
Right at the beginning. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. Right at the
it takes the village.
Right, when I started, meeting realtors, and like the first realtor that I ever worked with, he said, "You're gonna get all my business and this and that," and that's great.
Yeah.
But you don't need to tell me that, because I don't really want you to do that now. At the time, I was like, "Great, he's gonna give me all his business." He got, he had his closing, and I wasn't on it, and I was all like, kind of butthurt about it,
right.
And I was like, it was his second. I'm like, I thought I was getting all his business,
yeah.
And then I realized a couple months later, I understand he needs to do what he's doing, and as I grew, I understood. I'm saying that same thing to realtors, so he's already picked up on what I was throwing out there to in-house title companies. So I understand how that all works, and you should spread the wealth. There's no reason not to.
No, I agree. And I think for good sakes, right? You hear of business and personal. Now, to me, there's no such thing as business and personal, because again, it's you networking with everybody. So it's your personality. If you're being authentic, what I like to say is, like, you can't fake. You don't have to fake what's really the truth. You know what I mean? So if you're just you, which is why I can get on a platform and go in public speak. I never had a thing with public speaking, because I'm like, I'm gonna just be me. So I'm like, I don't have to try to remember lines, or I'm just gonna talk how I talk. I'm okay with perfectly connecting with this group of people, or whoever my people is. Come on in, bro. I accept it. And who's not, that's okay too. That's all right. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and it drives me nuts when somebody has the ability to just be who could be just who they are, but they chose to be the fake, authentic as they're doing it. I'm like, just, you're already saying the right things. Just say it like you want to say
like
it.
You would be.
Don't say it like you're reading it off a script, but it's not. It
just doesn't sound. And I think people are like keen at picking stuff like that up when it's not authentic. Again, I mean, bro, you're gonna do business. Not necessarily, tough lesson, by the way, that I've learned. Just because you're really good at what you do, or you might be one of the top people at what you do, doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna get the business. Because ultimately, people are going to do business with who they like. It's not who can do the best job for them, but it's who they like. Now, I still tell people, hey, keep the personal out of, specifically when you're selling and doing house stuff. Don't go hire somebody that doesn't do this legitimately to go represent you, because, again, I mean, things can happen. I mean, we're dealing with a large sum of money here. You want to make sure you're working with somebody that can take care of you. But ultimately, obviously, I mean, you're going to work with who likes you.
Yes.
It's not the other way around. But so with all that being said, right, I know you guys have a team. So and just judging from the two of you, I don't think you guys are micromanagers. So how do you guys keep your team focused? Right?
Well, that's what
I'm the complete opposite of that.
Yeah, and it's funny because when you said the micromanaging, we both laughed, because if you knew the owner, Michael Reuter, and everybody, Tyler Harrison, all the way straight down through, we're all the same. We're all cut from the same cloth.
Yeah.
We're all there's a reason why we're all here. We don't need to be micromanaged. They don't want to micromanage us. They want us to have our personality and let our personality shine through. Paul's personality and I are very similar, but he has his ways of doing things. I have my way of doing things. They allow us to be ourselves and create. Yeah. It's like an open canvas that we can paint on, and we decide what we want to do with it. Obviously, there are boundaries to that. But they allow us to be who we are and let us shine as ourselves. And that is huge. So micromanaging is not even a word.
So that rings throughout the entire company.
Yeah. So Michael literally created a business strategy around what like I was good at and like what I wasn't good at. So like Mike and I are really good with people and like really good at going into meeting people and like connecting with people and doing all that. We're not really good at like emailing while we're driving, while we're trying to get to another, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what he did was he was like, hey, I'm going to create a customer care coordinator that's going to handle all of our emails. So like anything that comes in, you don't have to worry about it. Anything inside the transaction, I don't ever have to worry about ever.
It's
so
fantastic.
the micromanaging aspect doesn't exist. It's just everybody is in this position and they're in a specialized position because they're really great at that position. They're really good at communicating that position. So we put them there and we let them live.
Yeah. Every avenue that you can think of, we have covered as a company.
Yeah.
And God bless all those people who are behind the scenes. Because
Shout
without
out.
them, everything we do
We're about 40
is useless.
We have like 41 employees now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And some of these people I've never personally met or got to hug, but at some point I'm going to.
You're a hugger?
And we're both
huggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I used to not be, man, but the church I started going to, they turned me into a hugger. Like now it's weird when you go in for a handshake, you don't go in for a hug.
I hugged you on the way in.
Yeah, no, I see.
It's definitely way more personal, right? So like when I go to these Brokers Opens, I roll in, I hug every single person.
Yeah.
Guy, girl, I don't care. Kid, dog, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Because
Everybody
it's your personality
Yeah.
shining through, and why hide your personality?
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean, just
I
let it
agree.
shine and let it be you. And you know, I'm the same way. I'm a hugger. I say it all the time to people.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, yeah, I am now. I'm a converted.
Welcome to the team.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if your entire company basically is opposing to micromanaging, so I know I can ask this question. So what's the most fun or ridiculous piece of content that you guys have posted that's actually worked for you?
Okay. So one of my close friends, Adam Joller and Lori Joller, they got married. They want to buy a nice house in Baltimore. And Adam is huge into WWE. Okay. Big wrestling fan. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. But he's like, this house is for my wife. I don't give a shit about this house. Okay. I want a fun closing. So I said, okay. So I rented a wrestling gym, like a wrestling ring. I had the closer dress up as a referee. No, I'm sorry. The real estate agent was a referee.
Yeah.
I dressed up like Ultimate Warrior. He dressed up like Ric Flair. His wife dressed up like a different wrestler. The lender dressed up like Macho Man Randy Savage, and we held the settlement in the middle of a wrestling ring. Videoed the entire thing. We ended up with a fight scene. We broken into all these cuts, and we posted it. And I mean, people were like, "Holy crap! This is freaking awesome!" Like these people are out of their minds.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Which in reality we are. But like, I rented the gym. It was like $150 for the hour. Who cares?
Right.
That event or that
is
like
a memory,
Bro, experience. Yes.
that experience that I created for those people, they'll never forget.
Never. No.
Yeah.
And it's not about what I did. It goes back to the agent. I worked with this agent. This agent facilitated XYZ. You know what I mean? So like anybody that's listening to this, if you have clients that like want to do cool stuff and like maybe they're scuba divers, and they want to do the tunnel, they want to sign underwater or something. Like I'm scuba certified. I'm down. Like, let's make it happen, dude. Like
that is awesome, bro.
I'm into that kind of stuff. We've done settlements on yachts. We've done settlements on rooftops. We've done settlements in the hospital. We've done settlements in jail.
Best Buy.
We did settlements in Best Buy. We did one at Office Depot in the middle of like literally using their furniture. Like, bro, it doesn't matter. Like we've done settlements all over the place. Gentlemen's Club. I'm just saying, like we can get it done. Like it just, I want to create. We at Legacy want to create a fun environment where you can make memories of a sometimes stressful situation. And I feel like all other companies in this industry, choose to make it boring.
Mm-hmm.
So super tied up. They want their buttons all the way to the top,
Yeah.
choking themselves out with their ties. Like, come on, man.
I wouldn't be doing this if that's.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
That's not. It's just not fun, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, and to piggyback off that with events, I threw an event in Ocean City at Glen Riddle Golf Course, and I had so much fun putting this thing together, helping with I met a realtor in an open house. That's another thing. When I got into the business, I thought, I'm new. I'm going to work with new realtors because we'll grow together. Completely the opposite of what's happening.
Yep.
It has been, it blew my mind. And I realized it's because the new realtor doesn't really know what they're doing. I was new, but Legacy knows exactly what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I find myself working with seasoned veterans who've been in the business for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, I've never seen a title company even do anything remotely close to this. I'm thinking outside the box because number one, I've been in this business for a long time, never seen this. So let's do it.
Yeah.
So this realtor saw that and she goes, this sounds fantastic. So we had 7 open houses, 6 realtors. I made a craft cocktail for every house, a margarita, a Mai Tai, a rum punch, you name it. And then I made a poker game. So you went to each house and you picked a card. So let's say, you guys were checking out the houses.
Yeah.
You'd walk in, peruse the house. By the way, pick a card. I'll have a drink and pick a card out of the deck. They got a sheet. Sheet had a poker hand on it.
Mm-hmm.
If you went to all 7 houses, you had a chance for a gift card to the local Ruth Chris that's on there. But what it does is it allows the people to see themselves in the house because they're having a cocktail in the house instead of just talking numbers. Oh, God, I got to get to the next one because I don't know what I want. Instead, you can envision yourself in this house, and maybe you don't see that as your house, but the experience is what makes the whole day. And then you go, who was that realtor? You have their card. It's in your hand now. I really liked working with such and such because she made a fun event for us that day. I'm in the background of this. I put the drinks in. I just went around bebopping from house to house to see how everything was going. It was more about the fun event for everybody involved and how that, somebody won and how fittingly she had a full house and she won the Ruth Chris gift card and it just becomes a fun day, but it's a memorable event. And when the person who went through that neighborhood is looking for a house, they're going to call that realtor because it was so different than just going in and, well, it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, blah, blah, blah. No,
check out the foyer.
Yeah, wasn't it grand? No, I mean, instead, it's just, you want to envision yourself living in the place, or at least feeling comfortable while you're walking through it. And to me, that made me feel great at the end of the day when everybody came together and we were on a group chat. And every realtor was so appreciative, even if I don't work with any of them ever. Which I have. I've already gotten. But I'm like, at least I made a great day. And I'm not a pat myself on the shoulder, but in the back of my brain, I'm going, you did everything you could to make this a successful day. And that's all that matters. That's it.
Sometimes it's okay to pat yourself on the shoulder, man. I mean, when you're doing things people aren't doing, like it's okay. It's okay to be like, all right, man. Like at least I put my best foot forward out there. Like, good job. Because a lot of people don't do it.
Yeah.
So now with that being said, right? So you guys seem like you like humor, right? So what role does humor play in building trust with agents and clients? And you want to become friends with me, bro? You get me to laugh. It takes me a little bit of time to warm up because again, I've been in this industry long enough. It's like you got to really be careful who you really opening up to because ultimately we're dealing with negotiations here, at least on my end. So be careful with it. But man, laughter.
They could be joking, right? But they could also be a jokester, if you know what I mean. Like somebody who's just pulling your leg, trying to get your business. Yeah.
No, I'd say it's who we are, man. Like we're just happy-go-lucky people that want to have fun. We want to make sure first and foremost, we want to make ourselves laugh. Okay. Mike tells me puns all day long to make himself laugh. I hate them all. Like and then what happens is he thinks he gets a really good one, and then he gets mad if I don't laugh.
Do I get mad?
No, you get disappointed.
Bro, you guys are like brothers, man. This is awesome. You guys are gonna continue to kill it around here, man. Like you're bringing all this innovation into the industry and fun. I mean, bro, I mean, when I think of title, I definitely don't think
It's
fun.
the
Like,
lamest
yeah.
thing
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's literally the most boring possible job in the world. Yet somehow,
We've
like
made it fun.
we infiltrated this market,
Mhm.
and it's
Yeah.
just like, hey, look, they're all the same.
Mhm.
We're not.
Yeah.
And so I get to be myself and do a job.
Mhm.
Great. I don't have micromanaging. I don't have
Mhm.
somebody over my shoulder going, well, that's not the way you're supposed to do that. They're saying, hey, I love what you're doing. That creativeness just keep coming through. And then I ask questions,
Yeah.
and the owner of the company responds
Mhm.
within minutes, usually, which is insane because he's pulled in 17 directions.
Yeah.
But he always makes sure he finds time for you,
Mm.
which is huge.
Good leader, man.
It's tremendous.
Also,
I mean,
also, he's doing that because he believes in you.
that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
And if he
I was
didn't,
gonna
he wouldn't
get
be
to that.
wasting his time.
That's right.
Mhm.
Trust
Yeah,
me.
So yeah.
Same.
But yeah, you gotta push out people that, I mean, you have faith. Ultimately, you're building who's building the company, right? So you got to put the effort in it. So okay, well, what do you guys think about like social media, right? For like real estate professionals, let's stick specifically to title company because I know again, title companies aren't generally pushing out like social media content. Like, what do you guys think about the future of social media for title company?
Well, they don't utilize it like we do.
Mm-hmm.
We are ahead of the game of this. We literally started it. Just shooting videos with agents.
Mhm.
Content. And it's just, we don't, like, I'm not posting on our title pages. It's not just pictures of us closing with our arms around the
Mhm.
agents,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It's like, check out this broker open. There's 45 people here. We're all having a great time. Check this out. Like we closed on, I don't know, we actually just got a $45 million contract in.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Biggest one in the history of Legacy.
When I read it, I went,
shout out,
what?
shout out to Claudia
Claudia,
Keller.
jeez.
Claudia Keller, her first contract,
First.
$15 million land deal, $30 million
30.
custom home build. Right on
Insane.
Siesta Key.
Insane.
Dang, man.
I was
Yup.
I was mind boggled.
M&J
So you
fan-
guys do land deals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do commercial too. Don't sweat it. We got it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you're gonna see us popping
Large
up.
projects.
Large projects. So we're gonna shoot a ton of social media on this. It's a $15 million land deal, it's $30 million custom home build. M&J fam, builders. We're partnered with them. John, owner, is one of the most genuine humans I've ever met. And he has stepped up and he was like, look, we met with us. He was like, Paul, I like your vibe, Claudia. I love where this is going. He's like, you didn't show up here in a suit. You didn't show up here trying to sell me stuff. You just showed up as you. And he appreciated it. Next thing you know, we're partnered. And he's gonna allow us to put like banners and all this other stuff. So we're gonna shoot tons of content out of this new build over the next year, you know?
That's
Man,
funny.
congratulations. That's a huge thing,
I
man.
didn't realize it was them. That's
Yeah.
who I met with the woman who left that.
Yeah.
That was them.
Yeah,
I was
her replacement met Claudia.
Dang, man.
Carissa, yeah.
That's a big deal,
crazy.
man. Congrats.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I
yeah.
didn't realize it was them. Yeah,
Authenticity, bro. I'm
got-
telling you.
But the social media aspect is huge. Most people post the same stuff.
Mhm.
And it's just like with real estate agents. They post the same shit. It just doesn't make any sense. Hey, let's stand in front of a house with our arm around each other. Or like, hey, new listing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like anybody can do that, man. No
Yeah,
more. That's not going to get you any
No.
business, bro.
Mhm.
You know what's going to get you business? Posting pictures with your kids. Post pictures with your dog.
Yep.
Post pictures of you like doing a hobby, cooking, gardening, fishing, whatever.
Yeah.
Just show yourself, man. Your vibe attracts your tribe, right?
Mhm.
As they always say. Sure, some people aren't going to want to work with you. Who cares?
Yeah,
You
it's
don't
okay.
want to work with them
Right.
anyway.
Yeah, I'm
It's
saying,
like you
right.
said earlier.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Mhm.
And the more that you're okay with that, the stronger you become.
No, I agree, man. I agree. Man, that's insane, though. I mean, wow. So authenticity got you your biggest deal.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Congrats, man. That's huge.
Thank you.
Okay, so in your opinion, and either one of you guys answer this, or both of you, like, what do you think between the agents who last and the ones who don't? So what makes them? Or what makes a good agent last? What's the difference between the ones that last and the ones that don't last?
I could
Dino-
sum it really quickly in my
Dinosaurs died for a reason, right?
Yeah.
They died because they're not adaptable.
Mm-hmm.
So agents that aren't adaptable will go extinct. So
right.
like be adaptable. That's what I would say. Agents that are adaptable are going to go the furthest.
And to say what Paul was saying, I was very similar in the way. I was going to say those who can't think outside the box, you're not going to go anywhere. I mean, unless you have a huge, backing from a long time with different things, you got to change with the times, and you got to be adaptable, like Paul said, and think outside the box. And that's where we come in. We're outside the box.
I mean, I think, right, just the real estate market as a whole, right, it changes, and you got to be able to adapt to those changes. Like I hear a lot of people, right, with this NAR settlement. Man, there was all this complaining and crying about it. Like, it made me excited, because like when you're talking about people have to sign a buyer's agreement now. I mean, I was already operating like that to begin with. Now they have to. Like, hey, the ones who don't, you're not going to work with them anyways.
Right.
So it's like, hey, cool, that's okay. So it was like more business for me, but then it, of course, fizzled out a lot of people in the business who
could stress them out.
Yeah. It's like you can't ask for somebody to sign your document. I mean,
you don't belong in the business,
right? That's what I'm saying. So I agree. I mean, you do have to change and adapt. So what do you guys think about AI though? How are you operating with AI? Because I know the concept is scary to a lot of people, primarily like more the older generation. I'm like, well, I've been telling everybody, I'm like, hey man, you guys got to start utilizing these tools. And first of all, on social media. If I think in the next 4 to 5 years, if you're not on social media, your business is going to be tanked.
For sure.
Like,
I would say that's priority there.
Yeah.
But as far as AI is concerned, it's a necessary evil, right? And I mean, you do have to fact check it though, because even if you do use ChatGPT, sometimes it's not correct.
Absolutely.
We've definitely found discrepancies in certain aspects, but like it is important. It will help. It will allow you to do things much faster. But you can't depend on it.
Yeah, you have to.
You
need
to utilize it to a point, but you definitely need to. You can't just. I'm noticing a lot of agents' response via email or text will be straight up Chat GPT. Like you can read it and know.
You can tell.
We're not
takes away the human element.
We're not dumb.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to communicate with a freaking computer, bro.
Right.
Like just talk to me in your own words. If you want to say what this is, super. But don't send me what you just copied and pasted.
Right.
Like, get the hell out of here.
Let me go ahead and give you guys a piece of advice, by the way. When you're using ChatGPT, you're gonna copy and paste it. Get rid of the dashes. That's like a clean giveaway.
Yeah, the dash.
I'm like, bro, nobody
that?
talks and use dash or
And
types
that's-
emails and use the dashes.
I bet you that's put in there for that reason.
Yeah, and hey, I've noticed like even when you're working with it, because I like to clean up my stuff.
Same, yeah.
I'm like, hey, remove the dash. It'll
Yeah.
remove it. But then the next thing you do, it'll put it right back in there. I'm like, for ChatGPT again, it's a tool, right? It's not supposed to replace you. If you're inadequate, you're still going to be inadequate. But it's like, it's supposed to help you. So if you're going to type an email, you want it to sound professional. You type it in there and it still have to go through it and kind of clean it up and make it sound like it's coming from a person. But it's a right giveaway. Like, bro, anytime you see dashes, because people don't talk like that.
No.
Nobody utilize dashes.
Yeah.
So that's a clear sign that you're using ChatGPT.
Literally, the first time
Right.
I used it, I looked. I was like, "Well, I'm not sending this because I don't even know what this is yet." So he told me about it. I went in and I put something together to send out to a realtor, and I went, "The hell is this dash?"
Yeah.
And I went, "That makes no sense. I'm going to rewrite this.
Yeah.
I'm going to take I'm going to take the meat of it." And then I'm going to fill it in the way I need to, and that's how I did it.
I think it's just a tool, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be replacing you. It's like a tool.
And thank God it does.
Right, yeah, right.
Because
I mean, let's hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah.
So,
But like you said, man, if you're inadequate,
yeah.
I mean, not too much is going to save you from it. So, okay, well, give me a principle or a belief that you guys refuse to compromise on.
relationships over transactions.
I would say.
That's about as good.
That is as good as it gets. We are 100% relationship based company through and through, from the top to the bottom.
Absolutely.
Every single transaction that we have is relationship based.
Yeah.
We do not function in transactional situations. Like, we don't want to work with you once and peace out. That does us no good. It's a volume based business.
Yeah.
We want to create a long-lasting, mutually beneficial relationship with every single person that we're dealing with. And we will do it to the best of our ability every single time.
Yeah.
as long as there's reciprocity.
No, I mean, I agree. I would say the same. That's a great answer, man.
So I look at it like this as well. When I played sports growing up,
Mhm.
I had some good coaches and I had some bad coaches. I had a horrible coach at one point, and I didn't want to do anything for him. He made me not want to play baseball anymore.
Yeah, same thing.
And I kind of was just like, but if you believe in me and you give me any out, because I already believe in myself.
Mhm.
I want others to believe in me, especially in a business setting.
Yeah,
If you believe in me, man, I will go to the moon for you.
Mhm.
And so some people need that other way. I don't need that way. That's not who I am. So in that aspect of things, that's how I see it. At least if you can, how would I put that? Do you know where I was getting at that? Yeah. So
yeah. No, I get you. I mean, like I said, I agree. And I think real estate as a whole, specifically the sales side, should be kind of operated like that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we see a lot of transactions. Like everybody wants to transact. But I think you do it right, you build a relationship. Eventually, whatever number of goals that you have, right? It'll reach
that's
there.
where I was trying to get at with that whole statement. It's
Yeah. Okay. Well, you guys have obviously grown fast. I mean, just from the time that I met you, and it seems that you were already kind of getting out here even before I met you. Because when we got together, I think you cold called or you called me because we did some business with the prior person who was in your position.
I ended up emailing you and texting you.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's the thing too, man. What we try to respond, because to me, again, since we're super focused on building relationships, I'm like, I know everybody. If they're out here cold calling or emailing and it's coming not from a system, I'm like, well, that's the first sign. I'm like, we probably should respond to this because like there's probably somebody who at least is willing to work a little hard behind that email. So we'll respond to it. And sometimes, I mean, there's pros and cons to everything. Sometimes we're running around chasing ducks, basically, and but I think the people that we end up meeting more than makes up for it, right? So I think I would ask you guys to basically say what did you personally need to grow in though to keep the pace? Because like I said, you were already kind of out here going crazy, but then I really started noticing it when I started connecting with you guys more. You guys are working out with all these like bigger agents and dealing with these huge transactions and throwing all these events. Yeah. It's like, what did you need to grow in to basically be able to keep up with all of this? I mean, relationships takes a lot.
Yeah. You're asking us what we need?
Like, what did you need to grow in? What personally did you need to grow in to keep up at the pace that you're at now?
I mean, caffeine.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, you need people to believe in you. You need to have that belief in yourself, and you need the drive, right?
Drive was the next thing.
Without the drive, you've got nothing. But you also have to have the teammates, right? So like right now, yes, we are growing fast. We've added Claudia Keller, we've added Crystal Hobbs, we have Michael Schmidt, myself, Jeff Yablon. We're expanding here. We're doing 3 events a week. A lot of times. And it is a lot of work. We're planning them all. We're scheduling them all. We're coordinating it all. We're doing everything that we can for the agent to take it off the agent's plate. But like we are doing it all, and we're doing it for 3 different ones a week, and it's like,
that's a lot.
And we have to come together as a team and show up for each other, right? Because what if you host the event and nobody comes? Well, like you're not doing yourself any good, right? Like you want to have some people show up for you. So like we make it a point as a team to show up for each other, and it's a lot of work sometimes, man.
Yeah, in life I've always been like, oh, I can do it on my own. With anything, I'm like, I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
you can't. You have to rely on others that you believe in and have the same goal as you, especially in this industry.
Yeah, no, I agree. You can't do it all yourself, man.
And that's another great thing about our company. We all have a group text message, and people bounce things off each other on the group text message every day. Hey, I had this situation. What have you done? Has anybody had this situation come up? Boom. 2 seconds later, somebody saying, yes, I've had this. Do this, you'll be okay. Whatever it may be, X, Y, Z on that. But that's a great part of our company there, is that we all have communication and we're all trying to get to the same goal, which is, to be the best company, the best title company on earth. We already know we are. It's just getting it out there to the masses so they understand that.
Okay, well, What does the word legacy mean to each of you personally?
Well, legacy was made because the owner, Michael, his uncle had passed, his father had passed.
Mhm.
He was very close to his uncle who was murdered in like a robbery situation.
Oh man, tragic.
Yeah, tragic stuff. But he wanted to name it Legacy because of his dad and his uncle.
Mhm.
So that kind of like that's where we started with it. And then to me, it's like I don't have kids, but like I want to leave like a footprint here, you
Mhm.
know? So it's like however that works, it's by lifting others, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like he's taking words right out of my mouth as well. I'm literally sitting here going, I don't have kids. I have nieces and nephews,
Mhm.
and I love them dearly, of course. But what's my legacy on earth? What am I? And, beyond legacy as a title company, what's my legacy? And that's being a good person and trying to help others.
Mhm.
And, Paul and I are cut from the same cloth. And it's the perfect name for it's the perfect title.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
our company.
Yeah.
See? Told you.
The pun.
The pun king strikes again.
Man, well, you guys mesh so well together, man. But I know it just seems like you guys are kind of like brothers. And being brothers, I have brothers of my own. I know you guys probably argue and get into disagreements, right?
Of course.
So what do you guys
It's
argue
usually
about?
over our sports bets.
Yeah, I was about to go over there. So is that what you guys argue about the most?
I told you
In
we
sports?
should have gone with It's easier now that the game's over. Yeah, but yeah, I would say sports bets are probably our biggest
Yeah.
one. We'll be like, I don't know. Let's take the under in the Lakers game. It'll be like, no, dude, bro, they're gonna go off tonight. And then LeBron gets hurt in the second quarter, and we're like, now the under's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
I'd say that, or like what time to leave the bar.
Mhm.
yeah, that's a good
It's
one.
like I'm ready to go home, and when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, we're leaving now. And he's
I'm
like,
like, I'm just hitting my stride.
he's like, Paul, come on,
Oh, come on.
let's go, come on, man. There's girls here.
Oh man, that's hilarious, man. Okay, well, I mean, we're all in the real estate industry, right? So, what in the real estate industry, like, what's trending that makes you guys cringe the most? Cringiest thing.
Gosh, well, I can tell you, I despise when real estate agents refer to themselves as rock stars. That drives me nuts.
Really?
Drives me nuts. You ever seen the commercial? You ever seen the commercial where like it's like a bunch of old rock stars and they're like like I love that commercial because of like it sums it up. It's like real estate agents. We're all people. But we're not rock stars, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're a salesperson, like awesome, but like you're not
Not a rock
freaking
star.
Ozzy Osbourne, dude.
Yeah.
You know? But like that like term drives me nuts. Also, I have to say when the agents are just standing in front of the houses, just taking the pictures, and they think that that's the way that they're going to get business, that drives me absolutely nuts.
Yeah,
It literally is doing nothing for you.
it's the cookie cutter.
The cookie
Yeah,
cutter
yeah,
effect.
yeah.
I hate it. Those are things. I also get irritated when people like they won't make the time of day to have a conversation with someone. And it's like if you just took 2 seconds to meet with these two idiots with backwards hats and flip-flops, your whole world and the way that you think can change.
Yeah,
And like we can help you, dude.
yeah,
But like you're so arrogant that you don't want to meet with us because I'm not wearing $500 shoes and a $2,500 suit.
I'm not portraying a part.
Yeah, dude,
that
it's not
you
about
feel needs
the
to be
clothes.
portrayed.
The clothes don't make
yeah.
the man, bro.
See,
Right.
The man makes the
I'm gonna
man.
just be honest, bro. To be honest with you, I mean the plain dress up thing and all that drama stuff. My bro, there's no
Ridiculous.
place in this industry for that type of nonsense. Specifically, I'm gonna just harp on guys. I'm like, bro,
But it's prevalent though.
Yeah.
Like people were wearing it is a mold that they
Yeah.
want to fit,
Right.
and it's not. It doesn't always have to be them. They're probably not even them.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's the
Another
authenticity.
facades, man. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah. I don't like it. I mean,
Hate it.
I think, and it's crazy because I see a lot of social media videos on like, you got the Asians that's showing up in like the $2,000 suit, the Teslas and all that stuff, and they're closing like 2-3 transactions versus the ones that show up in the tank tops, dirty, coming out the beat up car and like they're closing like 20, 25, 40 transactions and
Dude.
saving mad money for their clients.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, to me, it's like, again, just I'm not against somebody getting off dressed up and all that stuff either, but I'm like, bro, you handling business or are you trying to be cute?
Yeah, you
It's
fronting.
yeah, it's like-
I mean, bro, one of my biggest agents up north, Brian Schaefer, shout out to Schaefer. He like 2 months ago, he was already up to like 23 million for the year already. Bro just shows up, flip flops, shorts, polo shirt, backwards hat, done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Legit, he gets shit done. Just closes deals. But like, he's not wearing a suit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever seen him wear a suit. I legitimately don't think I've ever seen him wear one. We've been friends for a decade, at least.
Even you wear suits.
Yeah, like I have to wear one.
Well,
you know
there's
what I
certain
mean?
things that you gotta.
But like,
you know what I mean? You're throwing a nice broker's open. You
Yeah, but
clearly
that's-
that you're already into what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, you've already proven who you are. But it is an event where you should show
Yeah,
a little,
specifically like when you
a
do
little
high-
class and do that.
like
you
the
know what
higher
I
end
mean?
listings,
Yeah.
right? Like
Right.
when you're dealing with like $15, $20 million listings and stuff, I feel like that's probably appropriate. Like you can still be you
Sure.
while you showing up in a
Right.
suit though, because I mean,
But-
yeah, I'll be in a custom suit with flip flops.
There you go. I'll
Every
do that
time.
with backwards hat.
Yeah.
hey, bro, like I said, hey, be yourself, man. Like
Yeah.
you gonna rock with who you rock with, man. So Mike, is pretty much all the stuff that he said, like all the irritational business pet peeves that you have, or you got something else?
I mean, Paul's been in it longer than I, so I don't really have too many pet peeves right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more or less the again, it comes down to when somebody has been I almost like they're almost like a drone, and I'm not talking about a drone in the sky.
Yeah.
They're just drones. They can't think for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
This is how X and X really tells me we're supposed to do it. So that's how I'm going to do it because that's how everybody else does it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, I don't even want to waste my time.
Yeah.
Because that's you're never going to see what we see.
Mm-hmm.
You've already been locked into whatever that is, and you can't think outside the box. Again,
Yeah.
outside the box. So, you can be the nicest person on earth, but it doesn't mean I have to work with you. 'Cause you don't see the vision that I see.
Yeah. And I think you got to be yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you guys weren't doing title, what would you be doing if you weren't doing this right now?
I would probably be going back to Hawaii in the winters
Hawaii.
and working a little dive bar and
Yeah.
surfing every once in a while and climbing a lot of mountains.
Mm-hmm.
But when Paul introduced me to Legacy, he said, I've got something good here. Hear me out. I mean, he didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
But he believed in me, and I said, okay, I respect Paul. I respect his wherewithal and why he's passionate enough to involve me.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, that I'm gonna not go to Hawaii, which was a great life and a great place to go for many years. Most people would be a pinky, wouldn't say my right arm, to do that. And so I said, all right, I trust and believe in Paul, and Paul is believing in me in something I don't even know yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And there's no more Hawaii for me.
I don't know. I always wanted to be a marine biologist. I just wasn't smart enough.
Yeah.
I like the water. So like maybe I would be, I'll be a professional scuba diver.
Professional scuba diver.
Yeah.
Oh,
never-
is this a thing you want to do, or is this what you would be doing?
It's
Like,
like, no,
what-
it's
like,
what you
what-
either one.
Yeah, what would
either
you
one.
want?
Well, let
Right,
me
yeah.
think for a second there. What I'd want to be doing? Oh man. Ugh.
I mean, going to
Listen.
Hawaii isn't a want.
Well, no. I mean, that's what I would have
Treasure
been doing.
hunter.
Oh,
I
would
would have
have.
been doing that if I wasn't with Legacy.
But if
Mike.
you could be doing whatever you
Right.
want, what would
Then
you
that's
be doing?
what he just
Let's
said.
do.
Yeah.
Let's be professional treasure hunters.
Ooh,
That would be so fun.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
Like
Is that a
those
thing?
Yes,
Is it?
Oak
definitely a
Islands
fun,
type stuff.
definitely a thing.
Yeah.
I just saw they just recovered some fortune from Portugal that had sunk like a couple hundred years ago.
That would be. I would like
So
that
cool.
a lot.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's actually, yeah.
That'd be
Or
awesome.
a professional. I don't know. I mean, at times this would be scary, but I loved. I've always loved caves, but
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
want to be
that's
the one to
scary, man.
explore the
you
cave. For the
want
first
to be a
time.
professional Indiana Jones?
Man, can you imagine getting lost? Those things are like
Hell
massive,
no,
man.
I would
Like,
not
getting
go in
lost
there.
No, I wouldn't either.
I don't like
Honestly.
spiders either. No thanks.
Yeah. All right, wait, hey. So Out of you two, which one of you guys is more likely to be late to like a closing?
Mike.
What?
Mike.
Mister can't get to the airport till he's running through the airport to get.
Was
Oh my god! I'm gonna go right now. Oh
Nope.
no way! Oh no way!
For sure.
Okay, wait. Okay, I'll hear him out on this.
I'm
like
always the
my dad
one waiting
used to
for you
be.
in the car.
Well, he says we're leaving at 1:15. And it's 1:05. Dad is in the car. And I'm like, just sitting out there. And I'm like, where's Paul? In the house. I'm looking around for him. I'm looking in the back by the pool. Tommy's looking at me like, oh. And by the way, shout out to Tommy, the best dog ever. Paul's dog, Tommy, is the most amazing animal I've ever. He's not even an animal. He's Tommy. And
what kind of dog is it?
He's a Jack Corgi mix.
Yeah, he's the best. He is something special. But Paul, my dad used to do that. He'd be sitting out in the car with the engine running, waiting for you. And I'm like, I still have 10 minutes according to my watch.
Well, just because I said we were leaving at 1:15, that doesn't mean we have to wait until 1:15. It just means that's the latest time that we can leave.
But that doesn't mean I'm late. So that's kind of like mad and disappointed.
Well, you know what I get into with my wife all the time, man? She's kind of like that too. And I'm like, if we're not going somewhere that requires an appointment, why do we have to leave exactly at that specific time? It drives me crazy, man. So like,
oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't think either one of us are late because that's not on our MO. He's early.
Yes.
I'm on time.
Yes.
There you go.
But for me, on time is late.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I typically like to be somewhere in advance. Like if I'm going to a lunch meeting at noon, I'm typically there at 11:40, chilling in the car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm texting, figuring out what's going on, whatever.
But we are the opposite of that on airports. I like to get in. I want to know that I don't have to rush, and I want to go sit and have a cocktail.
Yeah, I don't want to.
He wants to get in and get right on the plane.
Yeah, and like I fly so much. I fly so much that like I have it down to a science. So like I get there. I'm there for like 5 minutes and I'm boarding.
I mean, he's got all the
I have every possible advantage.
Pass.
Clear pass, TSA, global entry. My sister works for Southwest now, so I fly for free. Shout out to Kylie. But like,
that's awesome.
I just roll through, man. And I hate sitting in airports.
Man,
it's the worst.
Bro, this has been a great conversation, man. So, if I had to ask them, what do you guys think is coming next for Legacy Settlement Services? Like, what's next?
Yo, so we just opened up an office in Ocean City, Maryland. So that's like I don't even know how many offices we have now. 7 or something. But like we just opened another one. We're about to open another one up in Tampa. Shout out to Claudia Keller. She's gonna be getting an office up there pretty soon. So I mean, we're expanding. We're growing. We have dumped tons of but Michael has dumped tons of money into technology and staffing and just any possible advantage that we can gain to go ahead of the curve, right? So expansion is real. We're looking into Delaware.
That'll be huge.
That's going to happen soon. It's just we're growing, and we're gonna keep growing and expanding and adding more teammates that are like-minded like us to just get as much business and as many relationships and be as many places as possible while keeping the standard of the company high.
Yes, keeping that.
We don't want to water it down. We're not just going to go somewhere to go somewhere. It's got to be carefully orchestrated and planned, or we're not doing it.
Exactly. And we have a weekly meeting, and Michael stresses that in the meetings. He wants us all to realize that we're doing this together. It's not going to turn into some crazy thing where we go, corporate and all these people that we don't even know are getting high. No, it's he's built this. It's his baby, and he's brought the right people on board, and he wants those good quality people in the future. So
Michael sounds like a legit guy, man. Somebody I'd like to meet one day.
100% you will.
Yeah.
We'll be here soon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so does he goes to the? I'm sure he goes to the launchings, like when you guys open new branches.
Oh, sometimes. I mean, it all depends. It depends, man. But so like he's coming down here for a week in October. So he'll be with me for a week. So I will definitely make a point to meet up with you.
Yeah.
Mike will be down here by then. So
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, so how can people get in touch with you guys and send deals your way? What are ways?
well,
Best way would be through our our email addresses.
yeah. So the easiest way to get in touch with us is just DM. DM us. You can search us on Google or whatever. All our phone numbers are on there. But like, we don't want you to blindly send us contracts. That would be sick. But like,
that would
you don't have to do that at all. We'd prefer to meet you in person first and kind of feel you out.
Yes.
To see if it's going to work or not.
Yeah.
You know, like I said before, I'm not taking on every customer just because I want to get a contract.
Right.
If you're a pain in the ass, I'm not dealing with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's plain as day. Like, we're not doing it. Like, we're not going to put our processors in the positions to deal with these people that are treating them and talking to them derogatory, and like stressing them out. This company is built on a way of life, and family first. So if we have a client that is aggressive and derogatory and demeaning and just condescending, whatever, if they're stressing our team out, we're not working with them. Like, I don't care how many deals they're sending us. We've cut them off. And Michael made that a point years ago. And he was just like, look, we're not doing it, man. It's just not worth it.
Well, I'm sure, if I can ask you a question of that same caliber, I'm sure you've dealt with clients that, you're working with and you're like, I really don't even want to work with this person anymore.
Yeah.
They're sucking the life out of me. In those situations, it's a tough decision. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, to be frankly honest, I do have it. So if we're talking about, ultimately, I have deals in my pipeline that I'm gonna be making like quite a bit of money from. So it's a little harder to walk away from those, and then for the time that's invested. So it's gonna be by deal. So let's say we're talking about like a $500,000-$600,000 house. Nah, I'm not lying, man. And I started stressing to the agents that we're working with, that's in our office, that we're teaching now. It's just like, hey, I know when you first start out, everybody wants all the deals, but like the headaches and the stress that you go through with, it's just not worth it. I've had some time, bro, like where I want to go through a window. Like, I've been so mad. I'm just like, man, after everything, like I said, that we do and we're doing, like, and the one thing I don't tolerate is the disrespect. Now I'm having to accommodate, like, bro, because you can't throw fists at clients. That's not typically, it's frowned upon. But it's like, I don't like people disrespecting me, man. I come at everybody with respect, or at least like neutrality. Like, I'm not gonna say I respect everybody off the jump. That's something I feel like I have to get to know you, be able to give you respect. But it's like, I'm not gonna come and disrespect you. I'm not gonna talk to you any sort of way. At the end of the day, man, before everything, we're all grown men, and you just never know what people are capable of. Yeah. So like, we approach each other with respect and talk to people like you got sense, man. So I've walked away from people, like I said, price range is, when we're talking about crazy, ridiculous money, it's gonna take, like, as a professional, bro, you're gonna have to muster through some certain things, but
moments where you're like,
yeah, you know what? Hey, let's push through this. I use a lot of that stuff as growth. Like, all right, man, like if I can deal with this client,
but you deal with anything.
Like, I deal with any client. So
that's the best way to
take the money that's gonna come from this is gonna make me, and again, that's only to a certain amount.
Of course,
ultimately,
of course.
My dignity.
You have your line.
That's I'm not gonna give any. I don't care how much the deal is for it. I'll part ways. But for 4, 5, 6, even $1 million, like, nah, bro, I'm not gonna deal with this, man. I'll go find another house that's worth $1 million and I'll sell that. Yeah, so. Just about respecting each other and just creating an industry that kind of tolerates us. So, but I know some agents, they're doing great business, and then somehow they think their poop don't stink, so they start acting all crazy. It's just, I won't tolerate that type of stuff. And I'm glad you guys are kind of on the same page. Oh yeah. So I want the final question, right? So I know you guys don't have kids. So if your nieces and nephews, right, in 10 years from now, what would you hope they take away about who you are?
All right, I'll start with this because I just saw my niece and nephew, and apparently I have a very positive impact on them. And my niece, in general, just they tell me all the time that I made a major impact on her, and so I want to uphold that for not just her, of course, all my nieces and nephews, all my siblings, but it's that kind of thing. 10 years from now, when she's 20, and who knows if I'll be on her for 10 years, you never know. I want my nieces and nephews, especially because my brothers and sisters already know who I am. I want them to look back and say, my Uncle Mike was one of the kindest, nicest, most generous people I've ever met.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they can, learn from that and be somebody who does those types of things like Paul does for his family.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm sure he's thinking along the same lines as well. Yeah. That, when he is gone, what's his legacy with his family? They're the most important people.
Agreed.
For the legacy that you're on earth.
Mm-hmm.
So, we may never have children of our own, but we can impact our families.
Yeah, the family.
In a positive, better way than the average human being.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. I'm sure Paul can add to that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in my position, I'm the oldest. So it's like I have gone against like the generational like norms, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what do they say? Like you break the generational curse.
Yeah.
Like I've done that. So like, I want them to know that they can do it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. Man. I mean, I appreciate you guys, bro. I appreciate the generosity. Like I said, man.
Can I ask you that same question?
Man. So this
you
is
with kids.
Yeah, no, it's a tough question, man. But you get emotional. I'm generally the same way. I come from, I'm gonna just say just abuse, man. So like I've wanted children since I was 10, which is why I did it right away. Because I'm like, man, I can love on my kids a lot better than what I'm being treated as. And generally just family before anything means everything to me, man. I mean, because it's like, and it's crazy because we ask God for many things. It's like, that was what I was asking at one point. It wasn't to grow a multi-million-dollar business and do, all these things that we're doing now. It was, Lord, please give me a family that's healthy and let me, love on them how I wasn't loved on. So ultimately, I want to, again, I feel like I've broken those generational traumas. I do right by my children, by my family, and the legacy that I want to leave, right? Not only to my family, I want when I pass away, not the amount of money that I've made, not the businesses that I've left behind, but my dad was somebody who cared for people. And even when it didn't benefit him, he was always giving back to everybody. I believe my purpose in this community is to be a pillar for my community, to reach youth, the kids, and also just to help those who cannot help themselves, man. So if I can get those things, I've fulfilled what I've been put on earth to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give a shout out to this man. He has joined the Big Brothers of
Sarasota.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's huge.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, wow.
So I've seen you guys on like marketing stuff with Southeastern Roofing. Brian. You guys know Brian?
Yeah.
He just I think he's not Big Brothers.
So the other guy, his name's Zach.
Yeah.
So Zach out of Crystal Hobbs' BNI, he's in Big Brothers Big Sisters. That's how I ended up there. There's another one. It's like Boys and Girls Club. There's like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But I ended up at Big Brothers and Big Sisters because I went to a BNI meeting at 7:00 in the morning, which that's some early stuff.
Yeah, I used to be BNI.
Yeah, like that's not my vibe, man. But like it was a good scene, and like it brought me to this, right? So now I applied. I get to meet my, like, they call them littles. I get to meet my little next Tuesday. His name's Jerron. He's 10. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's awesome,
man. Bro, I appreciate the authenticity, man. It's like, well, for me, I connect with people that have similar pasts as me, and I kind of sense a little bit of that from you, man. It's like, I appreciate the fact that you came out and was authentic. Same with you, Mike. And like I said, for me, I'm going to work with the people that I like, and we're definitely going to do some great things together, man. I appreciate you flying down, like rushing down, back down. I didn't even know you were doing all that. I just told you, hey, let's reschedule, man. You don't have to rush back down.
Yeah, no, we don't kind of get it.
Because he's only going to be here for 3 days, so it's just like we get.
So because I got to go back and forth from here in Maryland because it's summer there, and I have so many people that I've known all the years from bartending up there that I have to utilize this time up there as well. So I'm ping ponging back and forth. But come fall, I'm,
Yeah. No, I get it.
Well, it's where my roots are,
Yeah. No, I appreciate it, man. Like I said, I mean, I knew it's been nice being connected with you guys and seeing the work. You guys are out here working, man, and I love to see it because I'm doing the same thing.
Yep.
So again, thank you for your time, and everybody who was tuning into this interview. We thank you for taking time and watching this interview, and hopefully there's value that you took out of this interview. I mean, we love to and talk to people that are building businesses and doing the things that other people aren't doing out here. And we thank you guys again for being a part of our mixed reality.
And we want to give a shout out to you as well for asking us to be a part of this, because I know we spoke about it several months ago, and I was looking forward to this. So I'm glad that
That's the authenticity, man. I love
Shout out to Tommy.
Oh God, Tommy Sellers. For some reason, I gave him a J as his middle name, so it's Thomas J. Sellers, but it's not.
It's Chan. It's Chan.
Chan, that's right.
His middle name, yeah.
I call him Thomas J. though.
All right, well, hey, thanks for tuning in, man. We'll see you guys next interview.